Can you introduce yourself and tell us about your practice?
I'm Dr. Mario Ramirez. I'm an orthopedic surgeon, so I practice orthopedics, bone surgery, and trauma surgery.
Tell us about how you got involved or how you discovered our product.
I started actually looking for an alternative to the regular conventional vitamins because the vitamins do not work for me. So I started looking around. Somebody introduced me to pollen. One of the employees gave me pollen energy and I became a believer and been using it for almost 10 years now.
I love it. How did you get from using the products yourself to prescribing it to your patients?
Okay, so the first thing I had to do was to try it out myself because if I don't know the benefits and I don't know what the effects on me, then how can I recommend it? So after trying out myself and finding out the benefits, the side effects, or whatever I would feel with the supplement, then I recommended using it to my patients because ideally you should know what the patients would feel, what added benefits they would have, and what protection they would get.
How long has it been since you've been prescribing our products?
Well, I think I've been recommending your products to my patients generally for about 10 years now. So I get a lot of good results, and most of my patients benefit from the products.
Can you tell us about the products, the benefits to your patient?
Let's start with basically the products. The bee products are the honey, the pollen,
propolis,
the propolis, then the royal jelly, which is usually in tablet and liquid form. Let me start on what I started with. I started with pollen. Pollen is actually a quick source of energy, or actually a better source of energy because it's pure protein and it has a higher amino acid, vitamins, mineral content than any other vitamins in town. It's actually 3 times stronger than the commercially available vitamin. When I started with the company, somebody recommended pollen energy. I've been drinking it before surgeries, before going duties, before doing extensive surgeries that will take a long time. This has given me a lot of energy, a lot of potential benefits, including the decrease in blood pressure and my decrease in my cholesterol.
Okay.
So when I started, I used to take 3 tablets in the morning, and depending on whether I do more job or more surgeries for the day, I can take it another 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So that's for pollen. Benefits are extra energy. If you want to do more, be more productive, and make more, you take pollen. And good for the heart, good for the blood pressure, good for cholesterol. Okay. Next is propolis. The propolis actually is one of my favorite because I get sick often. I usually get sick around once every month, and I usually get sick for about 2 weeks. So after that, I take antibiotics to increase my resistance. Propolis is actually a natural immune booster. It means that it increases your energy level or increases your immunity by promoting a better immune system. How does the propolis work? The propolis works differently from antibiotics. Whereas antibiotics can destroy the infection, the propolis actually increases your immune system so that your immune system or your white blood cells, which catches or destroys the bacteria or the germs inside your system, increases its phagocytic activity. That means that the bacteria will eat the germs, make the appetite for germs more so that they can destroy the germs themselves. That means that your immune system is stronger and not dependent on antibiotics or synthetic medications. That's propolis. So it's very good for common colds, cough, asthma, cancers. I have a lot of patients who are cancer survivors because of propolis. Then breast cancer, cervical cancer, uterine myomas, prostatic cancers, lung cancers, they're very beneficial. And whether benign or malignant cancers, everyone will be benefiting from propolis because it destroys even the cancer cells, not only the infectious bacteria, but the cancer cells as well. So that's propolis, the natural way. If you want to increase your immune system the natural way, take propolis. Okay, next, darling. I mean honey. Next is honey. Okay, honey is one of my favorite because it's a quick source of energy. Basically, an easy source for you to get stronger because you know our body runs on sugar. So that's the gasoline of our system. The sugar is the gasoline. So if you don't have sugar or you haven't eaten for the whole day, you feel that you're weak. When you're weak, you can't do anything. Sometimes you have hypoglycemia, and there are occasions that when your blood sugar is too low, you passed out. So if, for example, you have to do a lot of things, there are a lot of activities, I usually recommend two things. You either take the honey with the pollen. The two are actually synergistic. They help each other in their effect, and they will increase the possibility of you getting more energy. The added benefit of honey is that it's good for the gastrointestinal tract. So if you have GI problems, you have constipation, you have diarrhea, this is very good to normalize your gastrointestinal tract because it increases the good bacteria in your gastrointestinal tract. And the nice thing about honey is that it's very good for ulcers. How does it work? The honey actually coats the ulcers and prevents acid from increasing the size of the ulcer. So it acts as a protective coating for the ulcer so that it won't get irritated, it won't get further damage. So it gives the ulcer time to heal. When that heals, that becomes better, and what happens is that the ulcers gradually decreases in size and it heals. Then you don't have to take any ulcer medication, which are very expensive unless you want to spend more for ulcers. How is our honey, how is my honey different from your honey? No, HDI honey is actually from clover flower. That's why it's white. So you see here that most of the honey that you can find in the Philippines is reddish because it comes from a reddish plant, usually bougainvillea, santan, and etc. And this one comes from clover flower. The clover flower is one of the cleanest flower in the States. You can find it only in the high deserts of America where pollution is non-existent. So the source of honey is actually clean. So not all honey are the same. Okay? There are honey that are cleaner, there are honey that are processed. When you process a honey, it destroys the nutrient in it. When the nutrient in it are destroyed, all that's left are the sugar. So you see that here, the honey here, you can see the nutrient, which is actually the propolis and all the nutrients there, the pollen, you can find it there. It's all there. It's very, very helpful. It's very, very nutritious. For gastrointestinal problems, honey, ulcers, honey, and I usually actually use this for diabetic ulcers and bed sores. For wound healing, I use it as a dressing. Next are royal jelly, the royal jelly tablet and the royal jelly liquid. So, why are they two preparations? The tablet is actually for ease of transportation or ease of carrying, and the liquid is actually stronger than the tablet. So, half teaspoon of this is equivalent to about 3 tablets of royal jelly tablet. So royal jelly is actually the anti-aging supplement, the best anti-aging supplement. It's the secret of most artists. So it's anti-aging. How does it work? Royal jelly increases the possibility of your skin cells renewing into a newer skin cell. So when new skin cells replaces your old skin cells, your skin becomes firmer, decreasing the possibility of lines and wrinkles. Okay? And it's also very good for hormones, for hormone-related problems. So, who are the people who have hormone-related problems? Generally, the females. Okay, they have problems with menstruation, they have problems with diabetes, they have problems with a lot of things, thyroid problems. So, hormone-related problems, royal jelly, it increases the possibility of patients getting active, getting healthier, and decreases the possibility of causing cancer. It's very strong antioxidant activity. It decreases the possibility of you getting cancer, and it's very helpful together with the propolis. Very helpful for women who have breast cancer, cervical cancer, uterine cancer. So I had patients who had myoma, so documented with ultrasound, and was actually cured with the combination of fresh royal jelly and propolis. So this one's for infection, for hormone-related problems, for tumors, and for general well-being, and for beauty. Most of my patients, I recommend a combination of the three. Depending on what the problems are, it's either you take a combination of these three, or the pollen and the propolis, or the propolis and the fresh and the royal jelly. And the honey is supplemental when you want extra energy when you're doing something. It's actually very good for people or children who are very active and who likes to drink a lot of juices. Plain water, put some honey in it, dissolve it, and put it in the ref. They can drink it all day long. Very diabetic friendly because this is simple sugar. Simple sugars gets used by the body quite very fast, so it doesn't circulate in your body and cause diabetes.
Most medical professionals aren't really into natural supplements. They prefer prescribing synthetic drugs, so stuff like antibiotics, pain relievers. Why do you think taking supplements is important?
Well, the problem with the medical professionals is sometimes they do not research the products. No, they do not research the benefits of a supplement. For I give you an example. Earlier, 1990s, there wasn't like a big market for Sambong, which is like a natural product, right? Now there's a big market for it. It's actually being manufactured already and used by a lot of people for cough. Since time immemorial, most of the medicines that come around came from nature. So the benefits of natural is actually more, it's cleaner, it's more natural, it's more efficient than the synthetic. The problem with medical practitioners, they do not know, or they haven't tried, or they refuse to know and try the product.
You were the one that compiled our testimonial book. So, can you tell us about like the most amazing healing case that you encountered while doing that book?
I wrote the testimonial book as a reminder of what the good things that you can get from the product. The most amazing is actually the most recent, which haven't been included in the testimonial, which is a stage 4 disseminated prostatic cancer, who had massive weakness, bedridden, and no energy. So I gave him a combination of pollen, propolis, and fresh royal jelly. And after about a month, you can see the improvement, the strength of the patient coming back. And after 2 months, you can see from a bedridden state, he was already going around the house on a wheelchair. So that, I think, is the most amazing. And there are a lot more amazing things like asthmatics who are using steroids and inhalers, who do not respond to conventional medical treatments. And when they were given propolis, royal jelly, and alarbican, you see the dramatic improvement in their lives.
Can you give us an example of like one of your patients suffering from, I don't know, something from your practice?
Okay, so one of my patients is suffering from severe arthritis. She was having like difficulty in ambulating and walking. Both knees were arthritic, overweight. So when I saw her, I wanted her to get a surgery already, but she wasn't prepared. The surgery was expensive, and there were a lot of things that are coming into play, like the medical condition of the patient, and so she opted not to do the surgery. So instead of not doing anything, I told her, okay, let's try Dynamic Trio with glucosamine sulfate, which is good for your joints. Okay, so what happened after a couple of months of therapy or treatment with Dynamic Trio with glucosamine, together with some weight loss management and therapy of the knees, is that after 2 months, there's gradual improvement in the knee pain, the decreases in the pain, And actually, it is recommended in the States by guidelines in the States. The official disability treatment guidelines point out that glucosamine is actually a good source for patients who have osteoarthritis of the knee. So it's recommended. It's safe because it comes from seashells. It's natural. It gives you the added benefit of the pollen, propolis, and royal jelly. And it makes you not go to your doctor. And it doesn't cost almost as expensive as the other treatments. Why doesn't the doctors use it? Because the patients generally improve with the glucosamine sulfates. When they improve, they decrease the possibility of going back to the doctor and having the surgery. That's why you should take it. I recommend it.
What would you say to a patient who's unsure about taking natural supplements?
Well, those who are unsure about taking natural supplements, and go ahead and go to your doctor and take the synthetic medications. They're very expensive. Okay, they're very expensive, the natural. Go ahead, you can go visit your doctor and they prescribe you the synthetic medications, very expensive ones. But why not give it a try? They're natural, they're safe, they have no complication, no side effects. You do not go into overdose, no, unlike the synthetic medications that you take. For example, non-steroidal analgesics, the analgesics that you use for your knee pain, they can produce gastritis, ulcers, heart attacks, strokes, and a lot more complications than you think. It's natural way of thinking of using it are safer than the synthetic ones.